in the white shirt, and he had the flak jacket underneath. But, all the rest of those guys were in what they call the turtle suits, and he jumped in the middle of it and grabbed a guy. And he was standing in the back, very calm. They didn't use any of the technology that they had. Obviously, there was no tear gas, even though the state police had prepared for it. There was no tear gas, and they didn't use that LRAD, which is that audio device that sends that piercing sound that disperses the crowd. They didn't use any of that stuff. They just waited out these guys. And again, it went down to about, out of these 2,000 people downtown yesterday, maybe 10 or 20 of them were intent upon doing some real harm. And those people ended up getting arrested.
Right. Well, remember, the goal going in was to have fewer than 147 arrests. I think that they're going to meet that goal as of right now. I think there was 45 arrests yesterday. But the superintendent we had on the show last week, remember, he said he was going to be right down there with his guys. And you gotta tip your cap to the police force, because they know that all of this is being videotaped.
Right.
It's got to be
on the world stage right now.
Yes, you're on the world stage. Everybody, if you notice, the protesters had cameras right in front of the police officers, making sure they get everything on tape. And I'm with you, Mark. If somebody wants to protest, this is a free country. You should have every right to say your piece. And I got chills watching the veterans, because I always think we need to listen to our veterans. They were there. They were on the battlegrounds. They know. And if you have something to say, you should be able to say it in a peaceful manner. And, for the police officers to handle it the way they did, I thought.
So that's what we should be talking about, is why those veterans did that. And that's really all this hoopla about the protesters. We're not talking about what's going on inside the NATO meetings and the important business that they're trying to do. The media is being distracted to a certain degree, too. Imagine, these vets fought for our country, wounded, or whatever their medals were for. That's got to be a really emotional thing for them to surrender those to protest wars that they're not going to be called up again. They're not in any personal danger. I think that is the definition of being a good American.
Well, and what's happening at the NATO conference itself right now is exactly about that. It's about Afghanistan. That's the most important thing. Hamid Karzai is here. That's one of the reasons the security is profound as it is, because they're really deciding what the fate of NATO's involvement in Afghanistan will be. They have an out date in 2014.
This is a live picture right now, actually, inside of McCormick Place, as you're describing what's going on. Go ahead, Ron.
And Karzai two things are interesting about this. One, Karzai came and thanked the United States taxpayers yesterday for the investment that they have made in Afghanistan. But he's also saying that they cannot stand up as long as there are foreign forces in Afghanistan. The Afghanistan government cannot stand up until that fully and protect itself until they're gone. And the other very, very important thing that's going on here too is they're discussing of opening up that Afghanistan-Pakistan border, which has been closed since drone attacks actually killed Pakistani troops a number of months ago. So that's what they're trying to calm the situation there, sort of in the cradle of craziness as it's now.
Yeah, it's been mostly business. You just saw Hillary Clinton, but she did have a little bit of fun too. She was at the Crosstown Classic.
Yeah.
Got to see the Cubs and Sox at Wrigley. I know Senator Dick Durbin was there as well, and a couple other dignitaries.
Didn't she declare that she's a Cubs fan?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You guys have to hear that, DeCarlo?
Well, it takes, to declare it this year, I think it takes a lot of courage.
I'm wondering, what are you, Cubs or Sox?